Southgate's got the second best win percentage of any England manager ever. Weirdly enough, better than Ramsey's, albeit I think we're like 40 odd games different. Fabio Capello's got the best win rate of any England manager. But again, handed out because England fans don't know what they really want. Because again, it's that lack of understanding because it's win or nothing. They would see that Evertonian tweeted about the other day, like, having a chat with the mates about like what's football about when Man United can go and spend 70% of their 1 billion turnover and Everton are limited to doing 70% of 180 million or whatever. What's the point of football? And someone went, it's going and having a laugh with your mates and going and experience it and just and living for the footy. Most teams don't get off the success. England have no understanding of that, of like, it's just something to do in the summer, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, you're right. But for every fan of every club, pretty much from the Championship down, this is their big thing where they actually might have a chance of winning a fucking something major. Because they don't have that in their 50 game season or whatever it is.
Let's be honest, for most of them it's a chance for them to go out on the ale in the summer that they didn't normally have, and the longer England go, the more they've got, and they give them an excuse to go out for 2 days instead of the 1 day if England win a fucking final. Like, I mean, that's where particularly the ones
it's a break from Benidorm as well. It's a fallow season, isn't it, when the internationals come on.
Yeah, but the Southgate stuff I just think is wild because like, yeah, this imaginary manager is going to come in and do more. Cool. Some great managers I've had great players over the years, and and less good managers have done more with. I'm not sure how many people thought Terry Venables was necessarily the cream of the crop or whatever in the 90s. Maybe I'm remembering that wrong, but that's the other thing. I think England fans seem to think that you should have the best manager. It's not historically a thing, is it? The best managers a club football.
Yeah, certainly nowadays more than ever, I would say. Yeah, absolutely. He's not the holy grail anymore in international management at all. So
speaking of the step over from international to club management,
I think he'd be a great manager.
Gareth Southgate leads Manchester United's wish list, Ineos's wish list as next manager.
Always rated him.
Chloe Bloxham.
I just thought it was to be a part of sorting out Man United. No, it was out and out to be their next manager.
Oh, yeah. The Messiah, Gaza.
I mean, can I have both of them together? A match of Southgate and Eric Ten Hag? Yeah,
I think Steve McLaren still works at Manchester United, so maybe he'll stay around.
He could be the interpreter because he speaks Dutch as well.
Yeah, of course. There you go. I think they should probably stop shopping at Wish and go back to Amazon, to be honest with you, because it's not very.
Can we just say that, like, the managerial merry-go-round is kicking off in full effect. Manchester United obviously still have Ten Hag. He's not guaranteed to get sacked. But there's going to be a lot of clubs looking for new managers this summer. We're in that, and the idea that Manchester United are not in the running for anyone that Liverpool are in contention for is brilliant for a start. The idea that it could be Gareth Southgate
is excellent.
I
mean, I've just listened to you talk about how he's an alright international manager, and I think he's dreadful. Like, I don't like him as a manager. I think he's far too safe, and maybe that actually is good for Manchester United. Maybe that's what they need. But no, I don't. A club football, especially at Manchester United. I'm not. I'd love it if he went there. If he wants to, I'm all for that. I'm just going to give you a hint out. The fact that Liverpool probably aren't looking at Gareth Southgate probably means that you shouldn't either. Manchester
United.
Well, the
fact that all four of us universally say he would be a great fit for Manchester United suggests that it might not be a great appointment.
We were talking about this the other day in somewhere, I think it was an airport, and Steve made a fantastic point, is managers are judged by their signings. How do you judge Gareth Southgate, and how do you look at him and think he's going to be a great signing?
Do we think
that's a good point.
That, like, this is one. I mean, look, Kobe Mainoo, we saw it first time. Brilliant footballer. But, like, there is a little bit of, like, Southgate's doing something smart here by getting this kid in, because he's actually almost demonstrating to the United owners, look, how well I'm handling this kid. This kid's the future of that team, and I'm building a bond with him and all this kind of stuff. Like
the Harry Kane connection as well. Can he prize him out of Bayern?
I mean, no. But
he got Luke Shaw to score in the Euros final as well.
Second minute, I think.
So, you know.
Yeah.
Still lost that game though, didn't he?
But it's mad, isn't it? Because by all accounts, like, there should be nothing wrong with that. Like, Manchester United is a good job, but they're not at the pinnacle of football right now. Southgate has done a good job as England manager. It's just that, he doesn't have the club pedigree to back it up. But it's funny, if he won the Euros with England, would that be that?
Enough.
That's a good. That's not a bad. I can't even say it. It would be fucking brilliant if they got Gareth Southgate as manager.
Do you think England's winning the Euros?
I don't think. I don't know.
They definitely could.
They absolutely can.
They've got brilliant players.
Yeah, but Southgate is probably the thing that's stopping them,
Yeah.
which isn't a great
That's the thing I'm
recommendation.
thinking
Well, you get to a final. They've been to the final. You get to a final, and then players can get you over the line there. And
there's enough match winners
players
there. You look at Bellingham, Foden, obviously you mentioned Harry Kane. There's enough quality there. But the fact, again, one of the things that we keep coming back to is the reasons to why they won't win it is Gareth Southgate suggests that he might not be great at what he does.
If you can teach a team to defend and defend well, and then you can.
This is Harry Maguire, though.
No, but Harry Maguire, if you just ask him to head stuff and kick stuff, he's fine. He'll do that. Harry Maguire's good for England, and that's why it really annoys me, like, people going mad on Harry Maguire. Like, I mean, he's never been a £80 million centre half. No. That's not his fault. But I've seen him play for England, and I thought he was an absolutely fine centre half. He's never in Virgil's class or whatever. But again, you don't get that at international level. Not in England.
But again, you get to a final. Let's say they're playing France. Let's live in that world for a minute. In the final, you're not coming up against, to go back to it, Malta, Slovenia again. And Harry Maguire feels fine in those games, but when that step up in class comes about and Kylian Mbappe is running in behind Harry Maguire or at Harry Maguire, that's a problem.
Yeah, but France have got their strengths and weaknesses as well.
Who would he pick over that?
John Stones is in there. Jared Braithwaite,
I like
him.
Dunk's
crappy. I know Dunk is not the answer.
But that Branthwaite situation
is good.
is one of them where he's called him up for the sake of calling him up. It's a box-ticking exercise for him. Didn't play him. No interest in him.
Who else have they got at centre off?
Conte came on at right back.
Surely John Stones plays.
Yeah, John Stones play. It's John Stones and Maguire. I mean, Tyrone Mings was in the conversation a year ago. You know,
he's injured.
Tomorrow should be Gomez, but it probably won't be.
The other thing I would say is what we've mentioned here, right, is how, you know, in the England camps there seems like there's no aggravation or anything. Gareth Southgate at Manchester United, where the players just do whatever they want.
It goes back to that point of it's his pedigree thing, and Manchester United fans have got to buy in, and they might do, because there might be some Man United fans who might love England, and that might be actually quite a good appointment for them somehow. Particularly the Euros thing might actually carry a lot of weight. But if it doesn't work out in a short spell, it's just too many people know him as, he's lovely, he's like a really nice guy, speaks really well, he does know his football, and he's been central, he's been more than the England manager, he's helped shape England, like the off the pitch, you know what I mean, and how they've managed to get, you know, themselves back to being a reasonably competitive force over the last decade or so. But Man United fans, I just don't think they'll just remember him as the guy who missed in Euro 96 and then did the Pizza Hut advert and, you know, and all that kind of shit, because that's the kind of embarrassing stuff that comes up after a while. He doesn't strike me as a powerful Manchester United manager. I'm just hoping it's another one of these where Jim Ratcliffe and that have met him and think he's a nice guy, and, you know, it's like the old boys club kind of thing might get him the job. That'd be fucking brilliant. He's hoping anyway.
So do we now want England to win the Euro so that he goes to Manchester United?
Yes.
Why does that?
Listen, we should all want England to win the Euros, because it's going to make this country a lot more. There's going to be a lot of happiness around the country. Is my point on this. It makes this country a lot less miserable. No, all the blurts will bleat, but the blurts bleat regardless, or they're either dead angry or they bleat. At least there'll be a nice positive vibe going around the place if England were to win.
I'm not backing that, but sure.
Yeah, Joe Gomez scores the winning goal in the Euros final. Imagine that.
I'm pleased with Joe Gomez.
Yeah.
I'd be equally pleased with Ibu Konate.
Yeah.
It's win-win.
He's going to score. He's got to do it for us.
Thank you so very, very much for checking out the video. If you enjoyed it, drop a like. The season is now well underway. If you need extra Redmen content, be it podcast, videos, documentaries, interviews, and general shows, fill your boots on redmenplus.com today.